Hello, welcome to the wine review tonight. Tonight's wine, obviously, because it's the wine review. I know it's been a while that I've done a review, at least here on Facebook. It's been quite a while that I've posted one on YouTube. So expect to see a few videos this week on YouTube from prior recordings. Tonight I am doing Beyond Ordinary. It's a South African blend. And as you can see, we've got a monkey, we've got a cat on top of a peacock, on top of a zebra, on top of a carrot. Yeah, that is Beyond Ordinary. That's for sure. 2016. Hey, I got someone watching. Hello, how are you? Beyond Ordinary is a notion of discovery, astonishment, and intrigue. A step away from the norm, liberating one to be somewhat audacious. Do you care to explore a little? Marvelous, let's go. 14% alcohol by volume. It's imported by Sorrenti Imports, one of my two favorite ones. It is a blend of 38 Cabernet Sauvignon, 31% Merlot, 14% Cab Franc or Cabernet Franc, 12% Petit Verdot, and 5% Malbec. This is what we call a Meritage wine. That is a classic example of a Bordeaux using all 5 main ingredients or grapes that go into a Bordeaux. All 5 that you would see in a Bordeaux that consists of all 5. But because this is not a Bordeaux wine, because it's not from France, it's what we call a Meritage here. So those are the classic grapes of Bordeaux. And we will go and see how it's doing on everything. So the color, it's a very dark color, very opaque, almost not being able to see through. Very deep purple hue. There's this light touch of earth on there. But it's not as earthy as some really French ones. But there's a little slight funk. Getting a little bit of chocolate. Getting a little bit of cedar notes. Getting some cherries. Maybe a little bit of cranberry. Some blackberries. There's a tarty, I don't know if I want to say tart. A tarty, sour sort of nose on here. Maybe a little bit of tobacco notes coming up. A little bit of light spices in there. I'm picking out a little bit of black pepper, but a lot of like allspice as well. All right, let's go ahead. Well, definitely a dry wine. Definitely not fruity by any means. I mean, there is fruit in there, but it's not a soft sort of fruit, not like a velvety sort of fruit. I mean, this is a well-structured, heavy wine. It's dry, has some nice spiciness in there. Definitely getting the pepper. Getting a little bit of clove. A little bit of mintiness as well. No, definitely not sweet at all. This is not sweet at all. Not a sweet wine at all. Of course, I can't really drink sweet wines because I'll mess up with my blood sugars. But no, this is definitely not a sweet wine at all. Very, very bone structure dry. And with a 14.5% alcohol, you're not going to really get really many alcohol wines that are that sweet, that are high in alcohol, unless they're fortified wines. So like ports and sherries, which are all going to be like 17, 18%. But because they've been fortified, those are typically going to be sweeter. But a regular red like this, it's 14.5%. It's going to. Now, there's a difference between sweet and fruity. A lot of people, I think, get sweet and fruity mixed up. They think just because it has a fruity taste, that means it's a sweet wine, which is not true. What makes a wine sweet is the residual sugars that's left and any residual sugars that are being added. The wine that's fruity just has to depend on the wine making and the aging and the maturation of it, whether it's been aged in oak barrels, sometimes are stainless steel, sometimes it can trigger a factor up to whether or not it tastes more fruity. This one it does have a long, lingering taste. It's sort of all spicy, dry taste at the end. A little bit of that earthiness. Kind of, this kind of reminds me of when you're eating a fruit, especially a fruit that has seeds in it, and you're just kind of left with that seediness in the mouth. That's all you can taste. Like maybe if you've had a lot of kiwi, and sometimes kiwi can just start making your tongue tickle. I mean, this doesn't taste like kiwi, obviously, but kind of just has that seedy taste. If you've had a real seedy fruit, maybe like even after like you've had a lot of strawberries, you sort of, especially fresh strawberries that are just puckering sweet. So those fresh strawberries after you've had a while, there's this sort of like puckering taste in the mouth. I mean, as far as the fruit goes, I forgot to mention that. I do get cherries. I want to say I get cranberries as well. But, for this to be such a dark wine, and for the grapes that it has in there, I'm also, there's blackberry and plum flavors in there for sure. It's just really hard to pick out where a contrast in to this wine. Then, like I said, the fruits are there, but it's the spices and the dryness, a little bit of maybe a little bit like tobacco or woodsy notes really take over. I really like this wine, but as I'm starting to really think about it and really drink it, I'm not liking it as much as I did. I'm still going to give this a good rating, but I was coming in here with the expectations that this would be like a 4.5 out of 5. But now that I'm really starting to focus in on it more and drink it more, I'm starting to realize, this is a wine I think is best paired with food. It's good as it is right now, but boy, is this dry. And with all the weirdness that's going on in it, a little bit of the fruitiness, the tardiness, the seediness, the feeling of it. I'm still going to give this a 4 out of 5. I still enjoy it. Kind of giving me a little bit of cotton mouth right now, but I enjoy it. It's a great wine, and like I said, especially pair it with the food, a really hearty, hefty meal. If you're going to be drinking it just as it is in a glass, have a bottle of water nearby. But other than that, it's pretty solid. It's a price point. It's less than 20, between $15 and $20. I don't want to give a exact price on this because I know it varies by state, not even by states, but even by counties and states. And then also whether or not it's on sale, or if you're like me. And yes, isn't it? It really is a nice bottle. It's a great bottle, and it has pretty much all my favorite animals on there. You've got monkey over. Where is it? Where is it? As I said, a monkey there, a cat, a zebra. I love zebras. The only thing that's missing is a bear, which is my favorite animal. But yeah, no, I always like to try to find bottles with animals on them. I don't know, something about animals sometimes stick out. But yeah, no, this gets a 4 to 5. And that's about it, really. This is definitely a wine that is different for me. It's a Bordeaux style blend from South Africa. I've had Bordeaux's, and I've had Bordeaux blends. From the Americas, and this is just a different one from South Africa. I think that they did a pretty good job, although I think they could definitely work on it a little bit better. Some of the grapes you don't particularly see grown there, like Cab Franc, Petit Verdot, or even Malbec. Those are not really grapes you find in South Africa. You do see Cabs, you are starting to see some Merlots, but overall, I think the reason why it has such a different finish is because of where it's from. But other than that, it's a 4 stars out of 5. If you can find it, I recommend getting it, at least to try it. Hey, if you don't like it, you don't like it, but I like it. It's a decent blend, and yeah, well, hopefully I'll be able to do more reviews coming up soon. Going back to whiskey reviews again, but I've still got two more bottles of 19 Crimes to do for you all. And I got 2 more to re-review that I did back in 2016. Yes, back in 2016. So we'll see if anything has changed since then. But if not, you know, it is what it is. But well, until next time, everyone, I hope you enjoyed watching. This is going along a little bit longer than I planned on because I'm just rambling on, which is typically what I do in these reviews. But yeah, no, this is the bottle one more time. Beyond Ordinary. It is a twist off. This is a aerator, so don't think you're gonna go into the store and you're gonna find this on top. No, this is just something I put in there to aerate the wine. Whether or not it does anything, you know, it's all skepticism. But anyway, okay, I'm done, everyone. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, cheers.